Nobody wins when the family feels, but my
with my daughter and her father, where there was a lot going on with this situation. Basically, he took advantage of my daughter, and basically we're dealing with it. So that broke my home completely. Like it almost broke me.
You know what I'm saying? I got hit from the side just like everybody else. But boom, what I wanna know, yo, the bottom line, yo, I love my daughter the most. You feel me? Like the most. And like this is just mind blowing, because to think about defiling is the craziest thing that you could do, because now that child is ruined. That child will be hurt, and hurt people hurt people. So now I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on? Like, this is bugging me the fuck out. Like, cause if this shit is real, why the fuck would these people even be worried about any breach at this time, or be pressing for breach? Like, what the fuck? And 800? Not like 8K, not 80K? Like, what the fuck? Wait.
Fam, late last night we did a video on a man who's been exposed by his baby mother for doing some inappropriate things to his daughter. Now, I say a lot of things has been going on since then, like having at least 4 people speak up and said the same thing was done to them while they was a minor. But also, there was some information being put out there by someone close to him. Now, I put that out in the video for you guys, and the man we talking about, he reported it. According to YouTube, apparently his address, or at least close to where he lived, was mentioned. So I'ma still redo it. And in this video, the family TV spoke to his friend, and a lot of things was said, but it seemed like he was talking in code. So I wanted to ask those questions again and let you guys hear it before you go. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Family's Real for Change. According to his Facebook account, he's 35 years old and he lives in New York. And he also a club promoter. Apparently, he's CEO of Black Money Empire Promotional Group. Now, within the last 24 hours, his baby mother went to a podcast called Morning Coffee Podcast and aired out some dark truths that allegedly took place 4 months ago. Check it out.
With my daughter and her father, where there was a lot going on with this situation. Basically, he took advantage of my daughter, and basically we're dealing with it. So that broke my home completely. Like it almost broke me. The home broke, but it almost broke me. I'm not broken.
So how are you dealing with that right now with your daughter?
Right now, me and my daughter is currently in home therapy, which we start tomorrow.
Good.
We're doing therapy. We have workers coming in, talking to her, stuff like that. I am talking to certain government officials to, get this going, which they're not doing much. They are not doing much. This is another reason why I want to use a podcast to get my story out there so that people can know what happened to my daughter, to know how the justice system has failed us and how we're working through this.
But then things got even more spooky, because it seems she went to Facebook and exposed some messages between the two when people had called her out by going to social media. Excuse the grammar, fam, I'm gonna try my best. But a quote, stop calling her a liar. Your first step is to be honest with your family, Will. You took her, she was bleeding. You ruined our child. How could you do that to her? I don't know what to do. My mind is all over. I trusted you. Once again, forgive his grammar. I'm gonna try my best to read around it. But he had responded, blank her name out. I have to accept my faults. I have owned up to my wrongs, to my child and even my family kids. There's nothing more I can say, but I will seek help and fix things or leave Earth. I don't know what to say or do. You said to seek help. Maybe I try that or just leave Earth. No one will have to worry anymore about me and the things I have done in my life. I know you feel betrayed and it's not your fault. It's all mine. All I can say is that I'm sorry. I'm going to walk and turn my phone off. Just finished speaking to my mom, father, and sister. You said not kill myself. I will not. But I have to be alone right now. My life is in shambles. So as you can see, fam, He try and play the fake guilty sympathy role, like somebody really care about that. Cause then it get worse. About 4 people that I saw went to Facebook and shared their experience with this same man and was disappointed. And you can only imagine the type of man this man is, who abuse his power, be in position. I don't know if this happened to him and it's a repeated pattern, but you could tell something ain't right. Now somebody went to Facebook and had the courage to say this: I had to get my feelings in order. And the moment I picked up my phone, I see the end hoop me at 14 and he was 21, finally getting exposed. That changed everything about me. Made me the hypersexual I am today. Please, God, lock him the fuck up. And that was one of 4 people. And as we continue on, take the moment and say, baby girl, we with you. And we send 11 prayers to you. And it's beautiful that you had the courage to speak out no matter how long you took. We standing behind you. Now at this point, everybody looking for Will, or what his homie called him, Africa. But at this point, Will, or aka Africa, is making majority of his profiles private. So you know social media, they trying to find out who you used to hang with and ask them, and which they did. They got in contact with one man who was always tagged with Africa page every morning. It seemed they exchanged some word of encouragement posts that they would repost. I got in contact with him, and this is what he had to say. He got called up for the school for what? She did what on a camera?
Performing with a rose and a dildo.
Man. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And he called, so, but at this point you were saying that he living with the dad, right? She's living with the dad because the mother said she was acting up where she lived.
Yeah, she couldn't. She's in the Bronx.
Okay.
Behaving.
Okay.
He has to go up there, pack her up because the moms can't handle her at the time.
Okay.
Gets her, enrolls her in school in Brooklyn. I don't know if these are the facts. This is what I have.
Right.
Feel me? So he enrolls her in school in Brooklyn, and when she gets there, this video of her is being of her performing with the rose and the dildo is being shown by her. Guidance counselor gets a win, calls the parent, which is Africa. He comes, disciplines her, like allegedly, like he beats her. And what I'm hearing happen isn't that he penetrated her with his penis, but that he finger popped her, right? And told her, this is what grown men do. This is what you're looking for from grown men or whatever. And that is why he wanted to, and this is why he was explaining what he was explaining in the text. This is what was said to me.
Hold up. She said, what you think she said that then for?
She said what?
You popped her cherry.
Oh, well, I guess when the story got told to the mom about whatever happened in the disciplining with the fingering, the mom, took it there. So this is what I'm saying. I don't know what exactly happened. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing from a source that knows. You feel me? Like, this is what fell into my lap of why that text was written.
Okay.
You feel me? Because at first it was confusing to me because I didn't have the pieces. That's what I wanted to speak to him about. I wanted to dissect that text. Right. Like, yo, what's up with that text, though, bro? Like, what were you sorry for in that text? Like, because that text was you responded. She wrote something, and you're responding to something she wrote.
Is that when he sent you the $800 jump?
And then, yeah, that's when he told me that she started asking for $800. Now, like, they started asking for, money and things of that nature. Well, prior to her making the allegation and even bringing it out, they asked him, the baby moms asked him, would he help pay half of her rent if she moved out of town when she had to come back and get her daughter? After the video and the disciplining, she asked him, would he help pay half of the rent if she moved out of town? And he said no. And upon him denying her. This is when the allegations of everything started to unfold. You feel me? And so now this is when, she came and said whatever, which there has to be some sort of truth to it because of the text. Like the text, it all makes sense. So if this is the way that you chose to discipline her, which is crazy, and you were exposed, and now the baby moms is pressing you, and you like, I admit, I apologize, I'm gonna kill myself, or I'm not gonna kill myself, and that's what explains that text. That was that. So if that's the case, you a wild nigga, period. And so now, like I said, when I put that shit on the scale, even if there was holes and iffiness with that case, we have other people that are coming out of the woodwork.
That's what I'm saying. But before we even get to that, like, of course he say he a party promoter, like, because apparently his aura in this type of situation, he demonstrating to other people. And they coming out and saying when they did this when he was a minor. But before we even get to that, even in that Snapchat, or what is it, Cashapp, for the $800, the message read, "For you are your daughter, and don't sin now."
Yeah, they grammar is kind of crazy. So like when I'm reading that, it's kind of like, what the fuck? But it's basically a request for $800.
Yeah, but she adamant about the aura. Now, unless I'm missing something, she ain't saying for, which none of it is except, listen.
No, but
we got kids, fam. When kids come.
That is all. Like, regardless. When I seen that, I was like, yo, this is kind of crazy. And then there was more accounts, and then, my phone just started ringing with other shit. So, like, I'm like, oh, you see, like I said, we associate heavily, but this is not like somebody that I hang with that I could have called that out. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But when the accounts are coming into my phone and I'm putting the shit on the scale, I'm like, oh, you feel me? Well, maybe this nigga do got an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like with some demons, because if that's how you gonna choose to discipline your daughter, and then you got accounts on accounts on accounts of inappropriate conduct with sexual behavior or saying inappropriate things, like, it is what it is. At the bottom line, like, you feel me?
Exactly. So yeah, he ain't even from New York. So he from
No, he's not from Africa. And this is what and this is like another thing I'd like to add. You know what I'm saying? Like, to this ain't no excuse for nothing. This ain't no justification. This is to show you a mindset of a certain culture. And this is not no specific island. So I don't want to point out Guyana or where he's from or anything like that, because I'm from Haiti. Okay. And this is prevalent in all of them islands, all of them coconuts, like, you feel me? Like, they will have certain issues when it comes to pedophilia and or incest and shit like that. And that shit is very prevalent, and a lot of times it gets swept under the rug, or it's not seen as a problem. Feel me? To deal with a minor, like, over there, like, that shit gets so, like, I'm just putting that on the table, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, that shit is realer than a motherfucker. You feel me? I know that firsthand.
Yeah. So it do show he got caught on 9/11. Any thoughts on that?
I don't know what to say about that, because I ain't even know. Like, I didn't know, and we just gonna have to follow the courts.
Right.
Like, what I would like to see is the allegation sheet. not the order of protection, the allegation sheet, because they did. Now we would be able to get detail what was alleged to have taken place. Yeah, I associate with Africa heavy on IG. You know, like every morning he would send me a quote, I repost, I add him. You know what I'm saying? So people do know me for associating with him heavily. You know what I mean? So it was overwhelming when that shit hit the fan and people started your man to me. Like, yo, what's up with your man? What you want my take on how I feel about this? Because we already know, like, you know, that shit is like.
You think when he kept reaching out like 4 months ago, allegedly when this took place, saying he wanted to talk to you, this what he was trying to talk about?
Yeah, most definitely. And I think that he was like, if there is. No, well, I think he was just trying to, like, he knows, like, the weight that certain people hold, I guess, and I guess he was trying to throw up a buffer at the time.
Yeah.
Because that shit was fit to hit that shit was fit to hit the fan.
For sure. Now, fam, you know I'm going to keep you guys updated after the court date on 9/11. But I want to say this. Here at the Family TV, man, we may play about a lot of things or at least have some sense of humor. But when it comes to them kids, ain't nothing funny. And we don't take it lightly. And any perpetrator gonna be exposed. Because we don't f with y'all at all. Anybody who had to experience such thing, not even in just this story, but in life, I'm sending love and prayers y'all way. I can only imagine the courage you guys have to get up every day and still go about your guys' life and try to be the best version of yourself you can be. Y'all the real MVP. It's a cruel world. It's very unfortunate. This was the story of a man who lived in New York and decided to do something to his daughter, allegedly, and get exposed by his baby mother. And now, it's time to face the consequences. As more develop, I keep you guys updated. Send a shout out to the guest who came out. We appreciate his time. Fam, y'all let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.